What's up, guys? Still waiting for a few people to jump in the chat. Can everybody hear me all right? It's a little bit different setup than what we're used to. Cool. Everybody doing all right? Anybody drinking anything? I got a Bud Select. It was the only cold beer I had in my fridge, and Bud Select's actually pretty good. A lot better than Bud Light. Take it any day. Yeah, I just got off work. I needed something. It was a rough one. All right, so while we're still waiting for people to jump in here, I did pick up some things for our Saturday night stream. Now, for you guys that don't know about it, we're going to be doing it Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it'll be myself, it'll be Radar, Still Reserve, Mingo, and PacSun. If you guys didn't see the survey, you could probably have figured it out by now who's going to be there. But it's going to be a really good crew. That's the best crew of drinkers we got. Now, Sam Squatch wanted to be there, but he had this gastric bypass thing, so he's kind of out of the drinking game for a little bit, and also he's on a weird work schedule, so he won't be there to drink with us, nor will his wife Spot. We also may see Catfish may show up, but unlikely. Yeah, Bud Selects were hard to find for a while, and then now I think Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch is pushing them again, and I see them everywhere again. It went from, especially with their new bottle design, they changed the bottle design. After they changed their bottle design, they came out with their zero or whatever, their non-alcoholic one. I think they started pushing it again. But I've always liked it. I always thought it was a much better beer than Bud Light, and as far as light beers go, I think it's one of the better ones out there. The only one I'd pick over this is probably like Yingling Light or something along those lines. All right. Oh, I did pick up these guys. You guys have been asking for these like crazy. Got a little glare on there. These are the Crown Royal Washington Apple 4-pack. It's Canadian whiskey, apple, and cranberry flavors, and it's in a can. 7% alcohol by volume. They sound good. They are kind of expensive, though. I think these were $13 for a 4-pack, which is kind of steep, in my opinion, especially for something that's 7% alcohol. I think $10 would be a little bit more reasonable for these. Now, they have this flavor. They have the original flavor, and then they have a peach tea flavor. I did not pick up the peach tea because I did not want to spend $40 on Crown Royal beverages, but if these are any good, I'll definitely, or you guys want to see them, I'll definitely pick up the peach. I like the cans, the pretty. I do like the fact that they are companies coming out with actual alcohol that beverages that aren't malt beverages that actually have, whiskey or bourbon or whatever else in it. But it's nice to see you. All right, so on to some of the stuff I picked up for the stream Saturday. So here's the first thing. Can you guess what it is? Anybody know what that top is? Somebody guess what? Can anybody guess what that is? Let's see. Hard Mountain Dew. Is that a thing? Is that a real thing? Hard Mountain Dew? I mean, back in the day, we used to mix Mountain Dew and Everclear and Kool-Aid mix. So you would take Kool-Aid powder and you would pour it in a 2-liter Mountain. Well, first you would drink about a third of the Mountain Dew, pour a pack of Kool-Aid powder in there, and then pour a bunch of Everclear to the top and then chug it. That was the name of the game. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's an actual Hard Mountain Dew. Anyway, So, of course it is. Mad Dog 2020. This is the best of the flavors, meaning it's actually the worst. This is the Bling Bling Blue. You can tell it's awesome because it has a gold chain. This is bling bling on it. Mm-mm-mm. Now, I want to say something about Mad Dog. Mad Dog is supposed to be cheap, homeless person wine. No offense if you're homeless. Uh, it's a kind of expensive. It's $5 a bottle, which doesn't sound like a lot. But there are many, many wines out there that are cheaper than this. And for what you're getting, this is essentially a malt beverage with a bunch of sugar added to it. Yeah, $5 is not cheap, and that's generally what they are everywhere you go. $4.99. Which messed up is you can get this right here, which is this is a half gallon of Barefoot Moscato, which is what Still Reserve requested, and you'll see why in a minute. This was $8, and this is twice as much as this. So this is technically cheaper if you go by how much you're getting per volume. So, and this is much better wine than this is going to be. So I've seen this as much as $10, but even if you pay $10 for this, it's still a better deal than this. I mean, ugh. Also, like, Mad Dog's got that foot flavor, man. I can't do it. All right, so you've seen these two so far. We are gonna do some sort of shot thing on the show on the stream like we normally do. I wanted to get your all's opinions before we finalize it, but we originally wanted to do dollar shots, but then we got to thinking about the logistics of that and how long the stream is going to go. I don't think it's realistic to do dollar shots, but what we're going to do instead is there's going to be 5 of us, so we're going to do $7 group shots. So somebody donates $7, we'll probably do like a group shot or something along that line. It's not set in stone. We're just trying to figure it out. We're still going to have the schnapp shots like we always do. Yeah, we got lucky on getting a 20K. I would say being the easiest way to do YouTube is, especially on doing something that's not like, doing dumbass pranks or something gimmicky along that lines. Doing something like beer reviews, you kind of gotta stay consistent. I mean, you have to upload consistently, like we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. We've been doing that for almost 7 years now. And then listening to your fan base is, really important. Listening to you guys, I always like to hear your opinion when I can. I just wish I had more time to do YouTube. Like I have, like, very little time to do anything. Matt's talked to us a little bit from Reckless Eating. I mean, not a lot, but he's jumped in our chats every once in a while and talked to us. YouTube screwed them over really, really bad. Not as worse than we got screwed over. Luckily, but they got screwed over when they were a bigger channel. So now, like, a lot of their important content and they're actually, like, their subscriber base is going down. They actually haven't been gaining any subscribers in a very long time, which is a bad thing. It's similar with like Cult Moo and Dude, Where's My Challenge? Channels like that were really big into competitive eating and drinking and sort of like that. Because originally we were thought about sort of doing that direction, but we saw the fall of it. That's why, we did away with the challenges when we did, so our channels wouldn't get flagged. Because I know Reckless Eating, Dude, Where's My Challenge, and Cult Moo have all been flagged previously for doing challenges, and it just, it really hurt them as a whole. So the second, we had a few videos get flagged, we were warned, we pulled them immediately. I did download some of the challenges, and some of them are re-uploaded on Daily Motion. Not all of them, but like the really good ones, like the Bacardi 151, re-uploaded on Daily Motion. But yeah, I don't like the way YouTube is. Actually, I'm very concerned about our channel in general. I'm concerned that YouTube's going to give us the boot at some point. I know recently they got rid of alcohol advertisements on their channel. So they're no longer allowing, like, Anheuser-Busch and bourbon companies and stuff like that to advertise any content over, before videos, which, is I feel like one step away from just getting rid of, alcohol reviewers and content creators, stuff like that. They already do not like challenges. So, like doing shots during live stream, that's one of the reasons we delete our live streams directly afterwards. That's why I recommend to everybody. I won't delete this stream because we're not doing shots, but any of our big streams, I do recommend people downloading them if they want to watch them. They're too large for me to re-upload on Daily Motion. Daily Motion has an hour limit, and then so I cannot re-upload that video, and it would be a monster to edit and try to re-upload it for a platform that, quite frankly, we're only going to get 20 or 30 views on. So I do save some of them. Maybe in the future, YouTube will loosen up and I can re-upload them. But as of right now, yeah, we pull them. I might leave them up for a couple hours. And then, yeah, we have to pull them because, like I said, they'll flag us. It sucks because we really enjoy doing the live streams and we really wish that everybody could see them because we know not everybody's going to be available when we do our streams. But all right. So yeah, there is a. You mentioned the kids YouTube. Yeah, there is a kids YouTube. So I mean, if you have your kids on YouTube, then they should be subscribed to the kids channel or have a parental block on, so they can't see alcohol related content or anything like that. It annoys the hell out of me that you have certain music artists that are allowed to show nudity on channels. For instance, I'm a big Danzig fan, and I'm not hitting on Danzig or any of his music videos, but like if you've ever seen a Danzig music video, it's full. He does full frontal nudity in a lot of his music videos, and YouTube allows that. And don't get me started on the news outlets, Fox and all that stuff. They allowed to put anything they want on the channel. But if you're a YouTuber and you say the word, COVID, your channel is going to get banned immediately. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I can rant all day about this. But I think we have enough people in here now that we can actually talk about what I want. Anyway, so the stream. Yeah, I don't like Facebook's. Yeah, I just don't like Facebook's how they do their videos and stuff. It's just meh. I've tried the Facebook thing, and I still think YouTube is the best platform for videos right now. But I wish there were other alternatives. There's Twitch and stuff like that, but like Daily Motion's never gonna get to that point. You know what I mean? It's never gonna get big enough to even compete with YouTube. It's a good alternative. I did want to mention out, we are going to start a secondary channel. So I haven't decided if it's going to be a secondary channel just by myself or if I want to do like short clips from like behind the scenes stuff for KBR. I'm on the fence about it because there's a lot of content I want to put on the channel, but I don't think it necessarily fits, the channel as a whole. And I don't want to scare off any of our fans. So I feel like if we have a secondary channel to put some of that additional content that some of our fans would be into, I thought that would be good. It would probably work out. Twitch is more strict on. Well, they have a lot of nudity issues on Twitch, so that's not surprising. And it's just the type of platform they are. But yeah, the second channel. So Radar already sort of has a second channel. He's got his own channel. I'm actually offered to give him some of our old equipment so he can start doing content. Whether or not he does it or not, it's up to him. But like I said, the second channel, I don't know what we're doing. But we are planning on trying to do some gaming streams. And I don't know if I want to put it on our main channel or not. It depends on what you guys want. But when we do gaming streams, so those are basically going to be when we cannot get together as a group. So if we can't get together to do our normal awesome live streams, is what we call them, then I want to be able to maybe let me and Steel and PacSun be able to live stream a game, and we still do our shots and stuff. We're just at our house, because we either have something going on later or we can't get out or whatever. But I want to do something along those lines. What's up, Ryan? Games right now, I'm playing Tales of Arise. Steel plays a lot of Mass Effect. I think he's playing a lot of Minecraft. What else? Oh, there's a few. I play a lot of like Stardew Valley type games too, if I'm trying to chill out. But also I like JRPGs, so I play a lot of JRPGs. But anyway, all right. Anyway, I got distracted. So back to the topic. So during the live stream, I'll go ahead and show you guys what I picked up for some of the fodder for the cheap shots. We have this Arbor Mist. So I went to the liquor bar and I was like, give me your worst wine that I can get in the largest bottle I can get. So he said, this is the best bang for your buck. So I picked it up at Liquor Barn. They wanted $8.99 for this bottle. I price checked it, and they price match, and Total Wine had it for $7. So they had to give me this half gallon for like $7. So that'll be a good one. Also picked up this one right here. Same brand, Arbor Mist. Never had their stuff. This is the Blackberry Merlot. Again, $7. You know it's going to be quality. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, you saw the Barefoot. I already showed this one. This is the Barefoot Moscato. I had everybody request the wine. Nobody had any preferences except Steele. Steele requested this wine. So that is what we're going to do. And you guys have seen good old Bling Bling Blue here. Feet and moldy towels. Now, I took a chance on this bottle right here. I was just at Kroger right before I did the stream. I got off work, went to Kroger, and then came up to do the stream. Camera's kind of crappy, but this is Bay Ridge Strawberry Moscato. I bought this because it was a $2.29 bottle of wine at Kroger. So, yeah. This isn't really a pickups video. This is just for the stream. So, now this is the questions I'm going to ask you guys. Yeah, so $2.29. It's going to be quality. Only the best for you guys. A lot of people ask why we buy Beam Cream. A lot of people ask why we buy such cheap alcohol for the stream, and that's simply because if we want to afford to keep the channel going, then we have to buy cheap stuff for the streams. So it's what it is. So if I go out and I buy, a $5 liter of schnapps that's, between 15 and 25% alcohol, I buy it because it's $5. And I can't sit there and drink, Woodford all night, because not only would we be smashed immediately, we would also be broke. So I got to try to get the cheapest stuff that I can. Sometimes we compromise in the flavor department. So it's just what it is. I'm always down for collabs. Always, if you ever interested in doing a collab with us and you got a channel, best thing to do is to hit me up on our email, kybrewreview@gmail.com. Generally I'll answer pretty fast. It's harder for me to answer the comments because we get so many comments a day. We get hundreds. So I spend, I have an update on my phone, so I try to answer as many comments as I can. I read all of them. But yeah, just hit me up via email if you're into a collab, and then, we'll go from there. I will say I'm very, very busy. Everybody on the show is. I have a daughter. I work a full-time job, and I'm doing YouTube full-time. So it's, and I'm the primary care for my daughter. So my wife is working majority of the time. So I have my daughter any of the spare time that I have. So, yeah, it's all about the timing thing. So, generally I have more time, from January to April, May-ish, once the holidays are over. So, all right. So yeah, that's why we buy cheap alcohol. People ask. However, don't get me wrong. I enjoy having me a nice glass of Four Roses single barrel when I'm not doing shots. So when I'm doing shots, it's a shot. It might as well be cheap and cold, and you know what you're drinking it for. So just get it down as fast as you can. So those are the wines we have for the stream. I do have some sake. If we somehow drink, I literally have 2 gallons of wine here. So if we somehow drink 2 gallons of wine, I do have backup wine. That's some higher end stuff that I'll whip out. But right now we're sticking to the cheapie at the beginning. So that's what I was thinking. I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys, we obviously do shots for likes and then shout outs and stuff like that. But you know, we have to keep the channel going. That's how we take donations on the live stream. Live streams, not this one specifically, but the 20K stream. So we're on the fence about how we're going to do the shot. I was either thinking about doing a $2 double shot of the wines. Some of the wines are 13%. And then, you know, we still have our $3 schnapps shots. And this is the next thing I was going to say. If you guys want to see it, we're going to have $5 shots of, you know, hard alcohol, like harder stuff. And then I picked four very questionable alcohols that I'm going to let you guys pick right now for what we're going to be doing shots for the $5 donations. So whenever we get a $5 donation on the 20K stream, I'm going to let you guys pick which one today, right now, which one we're going to have to drink all night when there's a $5 donation. So until we're out. So, Patreon is better than the YouTube membership because YouTube takes 45% of that and Patreon doesn't take anything from us. So they take like a 30-cent transfer fee or something along those lines, but Patreon is better way. Or if you want to don't do a subscription base, we do recommend you know, just waiting for the next stream and then, you know, throwing $2 our way or whatever. You know, through either preferably not YouTube, but through PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, but we do take the YouTube too. All right, yeah, I'm pulling that right now. I got distracted. All right, so the first thing, now I picked some of our least favorite, our least good review alcohol that I had laying around that it needs to go. So these are things that we need to get off the shelf that nobody's ever going to drink. What's up, Rod? If you haven't checked it out, go check out Rod J Beer Reviews. Love his channel. Great. We had a chance to meet him in Ohio one time. Hope to see him again. But anyway, back to it. So the Cash App is a KY Brew Review. A little bit later, if you want, I'll try to put those somewhere in the comments or in the description down below. So the first thing we have, if you guys remember this is probably the most recent thing. This is Bombay's Blackberry and Raspberry Gin. It's awful. Like, Bombay makes quality gin, like one of my favorite gins. This, Rick Sanchez. Let me tell you about that. I only have 4 alcohols in my box right now, Rick Sanchez. And then somehow you managed to guess what I had in here. Taco Grape is in fact in this box. But on back to this one. So this one is the Bombay. It's Bombay Bramble Blackberry and Raspberry Gin. It's 43% alcohol by volume. This would be our $5 shot for the night. This shit is gross. Like, Snoop Dogg's Indago is better than this, and that's saying something. Most celebrity endorsed stuff is shit. I can say shit now. We've been streaming it for a while. This, that Snoop Dogg Indago is substantially better than this. Granted, that's strawberry flavored, but this is not good. Not good. Next we have, the Taco Grape. Rick Sanchez there called it. You know, it's Taco. It's there. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but for some reason, Taco's flavored alcohol has a weird. It's not quite clear. It's kind of like yellow. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but that's not the lights. That's just what color the alcohol is. So sometimes their flavored vodkas are dyed. Like, sometimes you get the grape vodka and it's purple, and sometimes you get the lemonade vodka and it's pink. Other times it's just clear. They just like forget to put the food coloring in it or whatever. Like their cake vodka is like that sometimes. But yeah, we have the Grape Taco right here. Honestly, not bad for what it is. And this one is 30% alcohol by volume. So Grape Taco. I've got 2 more down here. I don't even know if this still exists. Yeah, I said Grape Taco. Yeah, it's legitimately pretty good. I mean, though drinking it all night, you know, might be a different story. All right, so this next one, yeah. So this is Hooters Heat, cinnamon flavored whiskey. It's not awful, but it's also not good. And I think drinking it all night would take you to Vomit Town. So I paid like I think I paid like, it says $14.99 on it, but I think I paid like $10 for a liter of this. This is a liter bottle. So Hooters Heat. It's like a shittier Fireball. Everybody would hate this. No, it's definitely a shittier Fireball. It's a shittier Fireball. I don't like Fireball to begin with. I don't know. Let me take a look. It's got a weird bitterness to it, but it's less potpourri-y flavored than the like Fireball. I went out with my neighbors the other night and they made me take shots of Fireball. I was so mad. They had the little bitty shot bottles and they're like, you have to do shots of Fireball. I'm like, can I go get something that's slightly better? And they're like, no, you got to do Fireball. So I was like, Fireball's okay. I don't personally like it. A lot of people like it. Like, I can, if I have a chaser, if it's mixed with something, I can handle it. But cinnamon flavored alcohol just doesn't vibe with me very well. The last thing I have is the most hated alcohol on the channel. I would say it is the most hated alcohol on the channel. Here it is. Oh yeah. I happen to have another half bottle of this downstairs, but it's Dark Eyes. This is easily the worst vodka I've ever had in my life. This one specifically, it's actually, fun fact, it's bottled in Kentucky. It's supposed to be vodka, but it says very clearly on the side here. Focus. Vodka and liqueur. So you don't want anything that's supposed to be a vodka to say vodka and liqueur. So yeah, Dark Eyes is easily the worst vodka ever, and it is again 40% alcohol volume. So these are our four alcohols that I have chosen, strictly because I need to get rid of them. So, and also they're gross, and I figured you guys would enjoy us taking shots of them. Like I said, I don't want to get any of my good bourbon or anything like that. So here they are. 151 doesn't exist anymore, and I'm not trying to kill nobody. So we've already talked about how we're not going to do Dark Eyes or Everclear. We'll review those products, but we're not going to be doing shots of those on the show because it would be a very short live stream, needless to say. Fun fact, I'm very prepared for this live stream. Like, I legitimately put a new futon in the studio for the guys, and I set up a twin bed down there. So now there are 4 places to sleep in my basement because I fully expect everybody to pass out hard. Fun fact, a lot of people ask when they come over to our studio why we don't have our floor finished in my basement, so in the studio. And the reason for that is because you all on our streams. So I specifically did not get our floor finished because at the last house we were at, our studio was in the garage. So we would go drink in the garage, and then we'd go in the house, and the people threw up all over my carpet. One time we had a guy that was only on the show for a short period. I can't remember. We maybe called him like the doctor, professor. I don't remember his name. But anyway, he was on the show for a short period. He wanted to show off. He chugged a bunch of alcohol. He passed out in my extra bedroom. I just redone the floor in there. And it was like, wood laminate or whatever. And he 100% ruined my floor. He passed out on the floor and he pissed himself. He says that it was sweat. It was piss. He pissed himself all over my floor, my brand new floor that I finished a week before. The piss went down into my vent. The floor bubbled up. I'm talking all the wood bubbled up. It was disgusting because he had laid in piss for like 8 to 10 hours. The dude got up because it was in the afternoon. I was still sleeping. Everybody else was still sleeping. He got up and then just walked out. Didn't say anything to anybody. My wife said he saw him get up and walk straight out the door. Didn't say a word. So that pissed me off. So it ruined my floor. So that is why we have a bathroom in the basement, and then we have concrete floors. Fun story. So so if you guys want to vote on which one you want to see for a $5 shot in the stream, I'll re-show them again. Just say it in the comment section here. We have Dark Eyes, 80 proof. We have Hooters Heat, which is disgusting cinnamon whiskey. We have Taco Grape. And then we have Bombay Bramble, which is black and raspberry gin. So I think I've seen a couple Hooters so far. I just realized what I said. I mean, I guess. We'll let Ryan I'll let Ryan keep track of that. He's our moderator. Everybody with the cinnamon liquor. Ugh. Why? Now, I'm not saying that we won't whip out, like, I might whip out the Woodford or the Peerless for, like, you know, a celebratory shot with all the guys. But yeah, it's not something we're gonna shoot all night for sure. I'm not shooting Woodford all night. Not my Peerless, my $80 bottle of Peerless. I mean, it's supposed to be bad, so that's what it is. So Radar's pretty hyped for this stream. I'm glad we got Steele. So Steele's currently working at a haunted house during this time of the year, but he actually took off work just to do the stream with us. So yeah, no, I'm not wasting my Peerless. Not only is the bottle I have semi-rare, the Peerless bottle, like, I love that stuff, and I would not. Also, it's pretty high proof. I would hate to do shots of that all night. It's a sipper. You want to sip on it and enjoy it. That's what that bourbon is for. Sorry, I had a text from my mother-in-law. I am drinking. This is Bud Select. So I just got, I got off work recently. I needed something cold. Bud Select, one of Anheuser-Busch's best light beers, in my opinion. Grape is winning. I'm down for the grape. I wouldn't be mad if the grape won. I'm not going to say it, because if I say what I don't want to win, everybody will vote for that. So I'm not going to say what I don't want to win right now, because we all know how that's going to go. For sure. Joe, we do local brewery or local beer reviews every once in a while. Hopefully soon, we're going to start doing more brewery videos. You've seen a few. We did a few months ago, but we want to do our down and dirty brewery reviews. We're going to try to get back into those. It's really just a time thing. Like I said, Radar bought a house not too long ago. Kids, life, work, the usual. You're wrong. Bombay is not the one I don't want. For sure. Yingling's the way to go. Grape is winning. There's been quite a few. Like I said, there's been quite a few Hooter votes in there, and a few of the Bramble. What's up, Chris? I'll see if I can get Steele to hop in the chat here in a second. See what he's doing. Steven, yeah, you called it. I don't want the Dark Eyes. It is just vodka, so it's neutral grain spirits. But Mingo, and me specifically, me and Mingo have a strong distaste for this. I don't think the rest of the guys care as much, but I know there's just something about this vodka, man. It's awful. It's very tarry. What is a liqueur? Generally a very sugary, low alcohol. It's normally a sugary, low alcohol, like sort of like a schnapps or something like that. But I don't know what they mean in something like a vodka, so I'm confused. So when you see like an apple whiskey, it's going to say, oh, Jim Beam whiskey with apple liqueur. That makes sense, right? But when it's regular straight vodka, it doesn't make any sense at all. None at all. I thought about Jaeger. We thought about doing Jaeger, but Jaeger's expensive. We have the Jaeger hot ginger, and we have the regular Jaeger, and we actually have the cold brew Jaeger right now downstairs. But yeah, they're just too expensive to do. They're $25 bottle. It's not something we can afford to sip on all night for a stream. That's for sure. Yeah, exactly like schnapps. Like I said, schnapps are liqueurs pretty much. Um, Liqueurs have their place. I mean, they're really good to mix with other stuff. If you want something that's a low ABV to do shots of, it's a good way to go. That's why we take shots of liqueur on the show frequently because if we were to do shots again of like a whiskey or something, we would be done in at 45 minutes. We want to keep the show going. Plus, I feel like liqueur hits you a little bit different than like whiskey. I know personally, whiskey does not agree with me when I do lots of shots of it. So I try to, if I do drink whiskey, try to stick to sipping, one or two glasses. Except I don't know how other people are about that. Chris, I like Belgian beers though. I wouldn't say that I'll go out of my way for one. Like Chimay and stuff like that. I wouldn't go out of my way to grab one, but I'll definitely drink them. A cranberry lime sour. Did we do that one? Why does that beer sound familiar? I feel like I've seen a cranberry lime sour before. That sounds really good. We're still working on the tequila video. We're still working on the peanut butter whiskey video. Right now, I just can't get people together to do it. So, if I get Radar to come over, he comes over after work, after I get off work. He's coming over at like 10 o'clock at night. I work normal schedule now. So normally I'm in bed by 10 o'clock. Like 2 weeks ago, he came over on a Friday. It's, 10 p.m. We shot videos until 3 or 4 a.m. And then I had to get up at like 6. So I can't do that. I can't drink till 4 a.m. and then get up at 6 a.m. with my daughter. It's not realistic. So, and that's the only way, we could shoot videos. So, I know I'm just giving excuses, but the tequila video will come out sometime in the next 2 to 3 months. We do have a new top 5 coming out very, very soon. There is 3 new liquor store videos that I've shot. I know you guys have been asking for them. Reason being is a lot of these videos I can do on my own. So like liquor store videos, I can do on my own. I went out and I did a bunch. So we have a bunch coming, and not just from Kentucky. I have a couple from Virginia, Washington, D.C., and a few from like central Kentucky that are going to come out. So, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people like the liquor store videos. I like shooting them sometimes. So, like, the problem is, new format for the liquor store videos too. So, I no longer am cutting the audio in and out. I just did straight voiceovers on everything. So, I hope you guys like them when they come out. I think the first one, I want to say, comes out tomorrow. Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you guys. Let's see here. So, yes. So Friday. Was that Friday or it's Friday? All right. So we have a new beers and booze hunting video going out Friday. So this will be the first one I did a voiceover on, and this is actually a combination of like 3 different stores I did while I was on vacation a few weeks ago. So it'll be 3 different stores. It'll be a really, really good one. So, are you talking about Utopias? Yeah, Miss Glow, we've been looking for Utopias forever. But I cannot afford Utopias, nor can you get it near us. So, yeah, that's what it is. But Utopias has been out for a long time. It's been out for years. It was a beer. It's been on our radar since we started the show. No pun intended. Radar. You're right, but like our goal is to review things that we're interested in. Like that's always been the channel's goal. So Utopias is something we've always been. It's always been, like I said, on our radar. It's something we've always wanted to review. It's just a matter of getting a hold of it. I am drinking. This is just Bud Select, so it's what I had cold. That's what I'm drinking. It's been out for, I don't know when it originally first came out. I'm sure somebody can look it up on Wiki, but Yeah, it's been out for a minute. Nova on there. We did. I don't remember if we filmed it or not. Actually, no, we did not film it. So when we were in Asheville, North Carolina, we went to Wicked Weeds Funkatorium, which is a place they do strictly sours. And then there were like 5 or 6 of the crew members there, and everybody got different flights of sour beers. Some were barrel aged. Everybody on the show loves sour beers, so it's an easy pick. It's not a bad idea, Steven. We've been thinking about that, and if we do something like that, it'll probably be like via like a we got to figure out the logistics, but probably via like webcams in different people's houses. Like I said, it's hard for everybody to get together, but if we can figure out the logistics and get everybody a webcam and a mic that's decent quality, and start using streaming programs. I recently started using Streamlabs, so as soon as I figure that out 100%, hopefully our streams will get a little bit better quality. Like right now, I'm just doing straight stream, so it's live right now. There's not really hardly any delay. When you do Streamlabs, there's a delay, so the quality is a little bit better. So, yeah, I love sours too. Local sours are the way to go. I always tell people, if you go out try beer, try something local. They're probably going to be the best in the area for the most part. I mean, there's some bad local breweries, but there's so many local breweries, you have to find one you like. Oh, my favorite sour right now? I'd have to go back and look. This one isn't necessarily a sour, but Country Boy does a seasonal beer that's a strawberry kiwi. It's a Kolsch, so it's like a little bit tart. Kolsch's are like a little bit tart. They have one that's really good, but it's not technically a sour beer. Raid Shadow Legends. I hear you, man. I wish we could get a sponsor. Nobody wants to touch us with a 10-foot pole. All right. We're a little bit too our content's a little bit too edgy for YouTube. You know what I mean? Beer reviews and whatnot. And for 3 or 4 hairy dudes talking about beer. I don't know what OBS is, but I'll look it up. Name a couple of what? Sour beers? Let me see. Let me look up our hold on a second. Let me look up some reviews real quick. Let me see what we have. I could just do it on my computer that's directly in front of my face, but I'm not that smart. Oh yeah, the Duclaw. No, that one wasn't very good. Oh yeah, that one was really good. So the Flying Dog Vicious Hook Fruit Punch, that was a really good one we've done recently. Love that one. Let's see here. Urban Artifact always did good sours, though I would avoid their like vegetable sours. So they have some like pickle and cucumber sours. Avoid those. Stick to the fruited ones. But Urban Artifact are really, really good. They're from Ohio. Rogue does a few, but I haven't found any Rogue ones that I really, really love. Let's see here. I don't really see that one anymore. Sorry, I'm looking at the our sour reviews so I can remember which ones we've done. Yeah, but so I would say, yeah, the Vicious Hook Flying Dog Sour Punch, that would be the way to go. I think that's one of the best ones I've had in a while. Post show. Jameson is making orange flavored whiskey. Why? I know Jim Beam just released a. We reviewed it, but it was Jim Beam Orange. Meh. Justin, I would love to do a bonfire, but the logistics of that, as far as like lighting and going outside, and like my backyard is very large. My house is very large, so internet is questionable by the fire pit. Also, lighting is non-existent, but maybe an aftermath. So we normally do like maybe a 30 or 40-minute aftermath of us like chilling. Maybe we can do an aftermath by the fire. We took down the challenges because if we didn't, YouTube would immediately delete our channel. So we got an ultimatum. YouTube told us, so they started with reckless eating, pulling their channels down, or pulling their videos down. But we got a email saying that none of our challenges were going to be monetized anymore. And then that we either need to delete them or they would delete them, or we would be flagged. So I deleted a bunch of challenges that they had flagged, and I went through and any of the other challenges that were on there that they hadn't looked at yet, I went and deleted. That way our channel would not get blocked. So it's just what it is. I didn't want our channel to fall down. And it was the only way to save the channel. I'm still concerned that YouTube's just going to bring down the hammer on us at some point. And if that happens, I don't know what we're going to do. That's kind of why I wanted to start a second channel, just in case that happens. We have somewhere so you guys can follow our content. But YouTube. Delicious IPA, gluten-free IPA. Yeah, I've seen some gluten-free beers. I have my wife's cousin has celiacs or whatever, and she's always asking me about gluten-free beers. There's not a ton on the market, but the ones that I've had seem to be pretty good. Elysian's great. Dogfish Head has quite a few good sours. Oh, Jake, there, the Slipknot whiskey. I have a bottle, and my bottle is signed by Clown and a few of the other members of Slipknot. I don't remember the rest of them because I cannot read the initials. And my sister got the bottle for me, so she went out, met the band, got them to sign it for me. There's only about half the band there, so only half the band signed it. I know Corey Taylor wasn't there, so he didn't sign it. But I do have a signed bottle of that whiskey, so I have not opened it to try it, which is sad. If I ever find another bottle, we'll review it, but I'm not going to open my signed bottle. Sea Quench, Sea Quench is okay. I don't love it though. Left Hand Nitro is pretty good. I mean, I like the Left Hand's beers. Twitch. That's all I got to say. They had another whiskey come out recently. Metallica's coming out with and I'm excited about this because we actually, if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know that 2 years ago, we got invited to cover a music festival. It was big for us. It was a huge deal for us. So it was me, and I took Catfish because he was the only really other big music guy on the channel. So we went and we covered the event. They gave us press passes. We got to hang out with the bands, do front row, interview bands if we wanted to, so on and so forth. But we got to meet the head distiller of the Black and Whiskey. He did an interview with us. It's still up on the channel. So at the time, their whiskey was like sourced. So they bought the whiskey and then they aged it in sherry cask, did the music thing, the sonic infusion, and then they sold it. So they're sourcing their whiskey, meaning they're paying somebody to get the source whiskey and then using it, and then they're putting it in the sherry casks or whatever. Now they partnered with Willet. Willet makes super good quality bourbon. So now they're coming out with their Black and Willet, which is exciting because now they have we know where the whiskey is coming from. It's a sourced bourbon. It's going to be Willet, like I said, makes good quality bourbon. So I have high hopes to see if they do good quality stuff. So yeah, Jake, we can't order alcohol in Kentucky right now. So they're in the process of changing those laws up. So you can sort of do it. So if you're local, you can do, I think it's called like Drizzy or Drizzly or something. You can get delivered to your house. But shipping alcohol, like I can't order beer from like Wisconsin. If I wanted to get Wisconsin beer, I have to drive to Wisconsin to get it. Same with bourbon. If it's not sold in Kentucky, I cannot get it delivered to my house. Drizzly should sponsor us. I feel like that would be a legitimately good sponsor for our channel, but I doubt they'd even talk to us. We want to do home brewing. We have some of the equipment. Again, it's about time. As soon as as far as the channel goes, I do 90% of the planning. I do almost all the shopping, 100% of the editing. I plan the streams. I do everything. Radar, and the radar helps a little bit, but all the other guys just show up and drink my beer, which is fine. But yeah, it would just be more work for me. And right now, unless somebody else on the show decides they want to, help, it's probably not going to happen. So, Steele or Mingo or Paxson, one of those guys would have to, film and edit and help out with that. Plus, I don't want it in my house. Like, I already take up, too much room in my house for KBR as it is. I have this office right here that I use, and then I have my, a 1,000 square foot basement that is all dedicated to KBR. I don't really think my wife would be happy if I started homebrewing in our garage. She'd probably kill me, literally. Justin, we wanted to buy a keg, so we had a keg of Country Boy Halfway Home we got a few months ago. My wife's family came into town, and her cousin drained my keg. So, he's from California, so he doesn't know what good beer is. I'm joking. But he had some Country Boy. I had Halfway Home with Pale Ale in there, and he absolutely wrecked that keg. So it's empty. I need to get another keg. I don't have money to get it right now. It's just what it is. Kegs are $60, $80. Also, I need to get the CO2 tank filled, so it's another $20. I don't have the money to get that right now. So, yeah. That's what it is. Rod, we need to stream sometime, man. We should review a beer together on a stream. I'd like to do that. I could probably get Radar in on it if we do it at the right time, right day. For show. Rod, Radar was just in. He was just in Ohio and Newport, and then I think Mingo's going there next week for his birthday, so he's going to be at the party source. I'm not going to be there, but he's going to be there for a couple days. He's going to go Jungle Gyms and whatnot, pick up some beer from there in the party source. Yeah, I could see beer doesn't give me farts. I'll say that. Though I will say this, and I'm slightly embarrassed to say this, certain beers give me explosive diarrhea. I said that on a stream, like explosive diarrhea. So I'll tell a story on the stream, and it wasn't just me, so I don't feel as bad. So I was young. I'm not gonna say how old I was. I was younger. We were down the lake. So my parents live in a rural part of Kentucky, and it's right by a lake, and they have like 20 acres. It's wooded, whatever. We were sitting by a campfire. We were drinking. To show you the time period, my uncle had bought some beer, so he was a big Natty fan. So back then, you go out Natty Light and then Natty Ice. So he bought Natty Light and Natty Ice. So Natty Ice back then came in like this black can, and then I think Natty Light was like in a blue can. So he bought these two beers. I'd never had Natty Ice before, so we were smashing Natty Ice all night. And legitimately, after like the fourth or fifth beer, explosive diarrhea for me. Like I couldn't make it to the bathroom. I was in the woods, just blowing it up. And then, sure enough, my uncle, like 30 minutes after I was, same thing. That beer just destroyed him. Like, I don't know, man. Certain beers, and it's always the cheaper beers for me that do that to me. I've had maybe one or two craft beers that I can think of that I've drank a lot of, like at a brewery, that may have, gave me some bubble gut, I guess would be the easiest way to call it. But no, man, Natty Ice, bad time. I saw that they were opening up a high wire rod. I haven't been there yet. It's not in Louisville. It's in Indiana, isn't it? I believe it's right across the river, but it's super close to Indiana. I know my wife's cousin goes there, and she was telling me that it was an awesome place to go. They are one of the. I'm going to see if I can contact them and see if we can't, go do some videos over there since it's relatively close. It's only like 20-ish minutes away. You might be right. It probably is in Louisville. I feel like in Indiana on the river they open something up over there. Yeah, for sure. For sure, I will. Yes, Beverage Hunters, we reviewed a ranch water beverage, I want to say 2 weeks ago on the channel, 3 weeks ago. It's up there. It was like the Radar thought it was actually, because it's Radar, he thought it was actually like there's ranch flavor in it because it's Radar and he's Radar. But yeah, let me see which one it was. I'll tell you in just a second. Let's see here. Painted Donkey. It was the Painted Donkey Spicy Ranch Water. That is the one we did. So the Spicy Ranch Water. Yeah, Rod, for sure. I'll let you know. I would say, so it's at everybody knows where I work at this point. So, yeah, UPS, it's about to be our peak season. So, time is of the essence for, most of the crew. So, we might try it. It would probably have to be like, I don't know. I got to see when Radar would have free time, but he's on second shift, which is quite frankly shitty for doing anything. Third shift, you can get away with doing stuff, but second shift means you're working when everything is open and you're getting off when everything is closed. So, yeah, we haven't been a country boy in a long time, and they've been, they've been kind of hinting at us to go back out there, but yeah, they're just, it's a drive. This mic is a Yeti something X. I don't know. It's their high-end Yeti. So we were using a Snowball, but I wanted to get a good quality mic, so we actually spent a little cash money to get this one. Actually, I'm missing the stand, so it's on a full actual music stand, and you guys can't see my desk right now, but I don't know where the actual thing is. So Joe, we want to do a Jim Beam tour. So believe it or not, we actually have contacts at Jim Beam. We met one of their head educators, bourbon educators. I don't know. And we got her contact information, and she said that whenever we want, we can let her know, and then we can go out there and we'll get a private tour, and we can film what we want. So, I used to live, 2 minutes from Jim Beam, but we moved and not so much anymore. Jim Beam has been closed because of COVID, though I don't know if they ever open back up. Bentley, I think we might have. No, we did not do a review on Single Barrel. I was thinking Gentleman Jack. We have done Gentleman Jack, but I've not done Jack Daniel's Single Barrel. I will 100% guarantee that at least 3 people will pass out at this Tuesday or at the Saturday night stream. It's going to be. PacSun will 100% pass out. I will guarantee it. Mingo will pass out. And as far as Steele doesn't really pass out. He just kind of falls asleep on the couch kind of thing. PacSun and Mingo, they go throw up and they're like, oh, I'm going to die. And then they just fall asleep somewhere. But Steele just kind of lays on the couch, turns on anime, and then falls asleep. It's kind of what he does at my house. So, but yeah. The stream's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you guys come out and check it out for sure. We hope to have, so on top of this being a special stream for us because it's our 20K stream, we want to try to break our record to see if we can get the most people we've ever had watching our stream. So the most we've ever had is like 133. So we want to try to break that record. We want to see if we can get 150 people watching at one point. We'll see. Just to see if we can do it. That would be pretty cool. But But yeah, like I said, all the guys are like legitimately excited. Most of the time, the guys are like, about streams. You know, they're like, oh, I got to come over. Oh, I'm not really feeling like throwing up tonight. Special K, why did you make this shitty ass booze bottle? I hate you. That's generally what I get. But now all the guys are like, they're legitimately excited about this stream. They're ready. Their bodies are prepared. They're excited for the channel. And then I just feel like, yeah, we're going to do the stream and then YouTube's going to shut us down like the next day. That's my feeling right now. I actually saw the Elvira thing. I don't know where it was going to be though. Fun fact, beverage hunters. When I picked up all this wine that I just showed you guys, I actually did pick up the flannel pack. Now, we have already reviewed the apple crisp one in there because it was in the ugly sweater pack last year, but I did pick up those seltzers. Remember, we're limiting our seltzers to two a month, but that is going to be one that's going to be out. I would say probably the first week of October we'll have that out. I am drinking beer. About out, but I am drinking beer. I'm surprised my daughter has not came in here. She loves being on the camera. She's like, she loves to troll. Will you be in the shotgun option? Maybe. So the problem is, Radar's awful at shotguns. Steel can do shotguns, but he prefers to do chugs. So Steel, that man, he prefers to chug. So it's what it is. We might have a chug / shotgun option. Either way, they'll be drinking a full beer in a short amount of time. So we might have that option. I haven't decided yet. You guys want to see it? Leave it in the comments down below or tell me right now. And I have a list of things that you guys want to see that I have on my computer that I'm typing. I've sort of been typing up. So our beer bong is disgusting. So we need to get a new one. But no, we're not going to be bonging any stouts. Though there was at one point we were going to be bonging. I shouldn't say this because the idea got shot down. We were going to be doing beer bongs at Guinness, but they were all like, hell no. Oh, sweet. I have Shudder. Shudder is a streaming service. I have Shudder. It's just for horror movies. A lot of B-list ones. What's up, Achu? I mean, we can try something on the stream if you just remind me during the stream coming up or on Saturday. I have a fridge full of shit that we probably either we won't make it to, or maybe it's too niche and it won't get any views. And those type of beers we love to pull out on the streams. So yeah, just remind me. Yeah, but the Elvira thing, if it's on a streaming platform, like chances are it's going to be available later, unlike our stream. So that means you should watch our stream and then watch Elvira. Is she still alive? Like she's got to be really old now, right? Like really old. Well, that's the longest time I've ever. I think this is my first official solo like long-term stream. No amount of money. I would never chug a barley wine, bro. I hate them. Now, maybe one of the other guys could, but also barley wines are like 13 and 14% alcohol. That would be a real big fuck for anybody that was drinking it. I mean, they would be guaranteed to vomit, and yeah, for sure. Yeah, everybody keeps telling me about the Blue Moon Hazy. I feel like I saw it in one of our beer and booze hunting videos. Is she 70? That sounds about right. Later, Rod. Definitely, we'll definitely stay in touch. $70, man. What's that old dude on Shutter? I used to watch on TNT when I was a kid. What's his Billy? I can't remember, Billy Bob or something. I don't know. There's an old dude that used to. So on, if you guys remember on TNT, between movies, there would be like a small segment where they would talk a little bit about the movie. And they brought that guy back on Shutter, and now he does like he'll pick a movie and then talk about it in between. It was pretty cool. If you're into horror movies, that is. My wife hates them, so I don't get the opportunity to watch horror movies very often. But when I do enjoy them. Most recently, I saw I watched a Nicolas Cage one. It's sort of like a Five Nights at Freddy spoof. I cannot remember the name of it, but it's kind of a weird movie because Nicolas Cage, yes, Joe Bob Briggs, that's his name. Yeah. But Nicolas Cage doesn't talk the entire movie, and he's just beating up mechanical animals the entire movie. So I do not work on a feeder lot. Radar sort of does. I used to load feeders, but we don't call them feeders in our division because everything we do in our division is heavy freight, so meaning it's huge skidded stuff. So we call our feeders trucks. Though the rest of UPS calls them feeders, like normal UPSers. I think somebody asked that question. It might have been you again. Yeah, I mean, like I said, cocktails are expensive. It's what it is. So what happens is, you know, like at a concert venue or something like that, those venues need to make their money, so they might charge, you know, $12 for, you know, a cocktail, or maybe like $9 for a beer. It's kind of steep. It's at a concert venue. That's how they make their money. Now, places like huge venues, like when you go to big arenas, they're doing it sort of for the same reason, though it feels dirty doing it there because not only are they charging astronomical prices. For instance, I was at a venue and I was seeing the Pixies and Weezer, and they were charging $20 for a Bud Light, and they were charging $26 for craft beer, and they were considering Blue Moon was their choice for craft beer. That was it. They had Blue Moon, and they were charging $26 for Blue Moon or $20 for a Bud Light. Fuck that. Oh, and also $12 for a bottle of water. So I hope you're not thirsty. And it was freaking hot as hell. They had water refilling stations, though the water tasted like sewage from those places. So we have heard of Surly, and I feel like we've had a couple of their beers on the show. So I couldn't tell you which one, but I know I've seen their beers, and I think we've definitely reviewed one, or maybe I even have one in the basement right there. He is. I knew he'd hop in at some point. And Steele's into house. Steele, we are talking about the 20K stream, as you probably saw by the title. They just picked what we're going to be doing for our $5 shots, and we were talking about our cheap shots for the day, or for the stream. So. Oh, you have to drink with us on that stream. It's mandatory. You have to be doing. I wouldn't recommend doing shots next to us because you'd probably die, but definitely be drinking with us on that stream. It makes it more fun, right? I'm surprised Radar hasn't hopped in here yet. What's the $5 shot? Well, Seal, I'm glad you asked. Ryan, I don't know if Ryan's still in the chat, but last time we checked, I brought up 4 alcohols for everybody to choose from for the $5 shot. One was Bombay Bramble, which is just blackberry and raspberry gin. The other was Dark Eyes Vodka, Hooters Heat, and we have Taco Grape here. I'll let Steele guess which one that won. We will have a celebratory shot of something delicious. I did mention that earlier. We'll have a celebratory shot at the beginning of something that is not made in the basement of a distillery because nobody wants to know about it. I hear you. Yeah, thanks, Top Shelf. I saw that go through a second ago. Yeah. Taco won. So, and also, like I said, the best thing about the taco is taco's not like, it's vodka, but it's not even clear. Look at that weird yellow color taco has to it. It's so off-putting. I'd rather it be taco over that cinnamon Hooter shit. That's for sure. So we're still debating on the logistics of the dollar shot. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, because I don't think it would be realistic for us to do dollar shots of like these wines, because especially for Mad Dog's 13% alcohol. I'm concerned that we would be done, after 30 or 40 bucks, or we would be done for the night. I don't want the stream to end abruptly. I want it to go on a little longer. So the way I was thinking of doing it is, we'd have like there's going to be 5 of us here. So we'd have like somebody would donate $7 and everybody takes a shot. There'll be lower tiers for like individuals to take shots, but we'd have $7 and then everybody take a shot, and one person every time would have to do the blue raspberry. And we could either have somebody, the person who donated, pick that person, or we could just rotate people out, and then everybody else would take a shot of, something else. And then we'll have the normal tier with our schnapps, and the $5 tier will be the harder stuff. It's all available, but I think it's probably the best way. We picked wine because it's a higher ABV over like doing something like a beer. We could have done like a stout or something like that, but we figured wine would be a better choice for stuff like that. Plus, bling bling blue. Oh God. So yeah, half a beer for $1. Yeah, fucking right. Number one, we wouldn't make any money off that. Number two, you'd be physically full after a while, because there's John, and John likes to throw $30 at us. And if he threw $30 at us, that's 15 beers. It'd be over. That person would be done for the night. Done. Yummy. Yeah, man, I'm not this. So our choices for flavors for Mad Dog, I picked this one. I picked this one strictly because of the necklace. All right, that's how you tell its quality. That bling bling right there. So our choices were banana red, or blue. So I picked blue because of that. That was our choices. Pretty much. I mean, yeah, the higher the ABV, the higher the price, the charge for the shot. That's what we've always done. So yeah, the more expensive. That's why the $5 tier is, something that's between 30 and 40%, and then the $2, $3 tier schnapps that's between 15 and 20% depending on the schnapps, and then the lower tier, which would be the wine. The wines range from 7 to 13%, so none of them are low ABV. 7 to 13% is pretty good for the wines. So we can't get Thunderdog nor Night Train around here, but we can get Wild Irish Rose. Also, though, Wild Irish Rose is kind of high, and like I said, so is, if you guys saw me earlier talking about this is $5 for a fifth, or 750 mil. I can buy this for $7, and this is twice as much. See what I'm saying here? Not a good deal, and it tastes like shit. I don't know how this tastes. I've never had it. The dude at the liquor store said it was the cheapest, worst wine they had. That's why I bought it. But then you can get something quality like this. This is also a half gallon of Moscato, a barefoot. That's like $8. $8 for this, cheaper than this. Volume wise, you're getting twice as much for $8 versus $5 on this. So a good deal. But yeah, so that is why. And I looked at I thought about getting a box wine. I'm like, yeah, let's get a box wine. That'll be cool. We can play slap bag. We were going to play slap bag with the box wine. That was what we were going to do originally. But box wine's also not a good deal. Like, you think it's in a box, right? They're saving money than the bottles. It's not. It's the same price, or even sometimes 20 or 30 cents more than the bottle. So it didn't make sense. Yeah, you're getting 3 liters in a box, but if I buy 3 liters, if I buy 2 of these, which would be 3 liters, it ends up being 20 cents cheaper than buying the box, which makes no sense. So Jaeger mixed with strawberry quick. That sounds like the weirdest shit I've ever heard. We also thought about whipping out the old box of Twisted Tea. Woo! The old box of Twisted Tea, but those are, I can't find them here. Whenever I go to the party source, I always try to pick one up. Speaking of which, Mingo's going that way. I might tell him to pick us up a box of tea for another stream. By the way, there will be another stream in probably 4 weeks. That's going to be Mingo's birthday stream, so you may destroy him at that time. I mean, you can destroy him the Saturday too. It's up to you. Let's see here. Man, Bear, Pig does exist. You're right. Some of us do work Sundays, not all of us. So, for instance, Radar will be, in fact, working Sunday, though me and Steel and myself do not work Sundays. PacSun does also work Sundays, so I feel bad. So I feel bad for PacSun and Radar. We've been doing our streams on Fridays, but if we want Mingo to show up and some other people, it's easier for us to do streams on Saturdays to get the most people. It's just what it is. Oh, I'm sure he's already on top of that. Most of our Steel, do you know about a Walmart that sells liquor around here? I don't think any of our Walmarts have liquor stores. Our Myers have attached liquor stores, and then our Kroger's have attached liquor stores, but I don't know of any Walmarts that have attached liquor stores in Kentucky. Walmarts are like super Jesus-y here, so they're like very weird about selling alcohol. Plus, Kentucky state laws say that they can't sell wine in the store. There has to be a separate building. Same with alcohol, has to be in a separate building. They can sell beer. This is what it is. Dumb laws. Yeah, Berners is pretty good. It's kind of dumb if you think about it. Like the fact that they can't sell it in the store, it's a pretty big loophole just to add, a separate building. All they have to do is build a small wall to block off a part of their store, and then all of a sudden now they have a separate liquor store. I mean, does it really deter people that much from not buying liquor in the store? They literally just on the way out, they're passing the liquor store, they can walk in, get their liquor and go. It's annoying to have to check out twice. What you gonna do? I mean, you can buy beer at gas stations here. In North Carolina, you can buy beer and wine at gas stations. In Kentucky, it's just beer and malt beverages. Alcohol has to be sold in a liquor store or something along those lines. And then some states, like I said, North Carolina, while they're liberal with their wine, you can buy wine and liquor at the stores. But then if you want to buy liquor, you have to go to an ABC store. So it's like a state ran liquor store that is ran by the government, which is fucking weird in itself. It's like that in Virginia too. Virginia has state ran liquor stores. I went to Virginia for my honeymoon like 10 years ago, and I was kind of weirded out that I didn't see any place selling like hard liquor. And then I only found out a few years, last month, that they sold their liquor. They had ABC stores to sell their hard liquor. So Steele's not really a barfer, man. I don't think he's going to do it. Yeah, he's not a big vomiter. Yeah, so I'm over Louder Than Life. After Mudvayne dropped, I'm not down with it. Once Mudvayne dropped, I knew 100% that I wasn't going to be here. That's why I'm doing the stream right now, and I'm not going to Louder Than Life. Yeah, Mudvayne. I've seen every band at Louder Than Life. The two bands that I was interested in seeing were Red Fang, that I haven't seen before, and Mudvayne. Both those bands dropped off the list, so I do not care about going there. It's just what it is. How long am I streaming for? I'm probably going to be ending it soon because it's about my daughter's bedtime. So probably in the next 5 or 10 minutes. As far as the 20K stream, that one will be to be determined. I don't know how long that one's going to go. But it will start at 8, so it could go for 2 hours, 3 hours, but it probably won't go past midnight. I'll go ahead and say that right now. I would love to see Megadeth. I haven't seen Megadeth since 2006, 2007, or maybe 2008. Whenever Gigantor was. That's the last time I saw Megadeth. I'm going to tell you why we can't go all night on the 20K. Because I'll be up at 5 a.m. that day. And I will have to be up at 6 a.m. with my daughter. So I will not be live streaming all night. So, and Steel wouldn't make it, nor will I. Radar could probably go for a while. He's, like I said, third shifter. So is Mingo. So is Paxson. But me and Steel could not make it. That's for sure. Not on a. I'm not a big Scorpions fan, honestly. Yes, LD50. I believe that was their first album. LD50. It was a killer album for sure. I don't think Mudvayne has a bad album, in my opinion. I love all their albums, even like Lost and Found's a great album. I think the last one they released, was it For the People or was it The New Game? Either way, their last two albums were good. I was not a huge fan of Hell Yeah, though. They're his Chad Gray's secondary band. Why he left Mudvayne? I thought it was kind of dumb. Like, it's cool to do. I appreciate the fact that he's not like some artists and decide, hey, we're going to change our sound. This is what we sound like now. Linkin Park. And he just started a new band because he wanted to do a new sound. He wanted to have that sort of southern twang, country metal thing going on. So he decided to start a new band instead of putting in the Mudvayne, which is what you should do instead of, changing your sound and then getting pissed off at your fans because your fans are mad because you sound like a pop artist nowadays, or you're trying to be a pop artist. Chester Bennington. It's a weird cough. We have reviewed Red Stripe a couple times, I believe. Mushroom Head's all right. I don't go out of my way to listen to Mushroom Head. I know Prairie Dog's a big Mushroom Head fan. The point of shots are to get drunk real fast. That's the point of shots. So if you're at a party, a lot of peer pressure is involved at shots. It's about getting drunk, really fast. I personally, if I'm in that kind of environment, yeah, I'll do a shot or two. But if I'm not doing KBR and I'm not doing a stream, I'm a sipper. If I'm trying to get a little bit buzzed, I'll take one or two shots, and then I'll sip the rest of the night. That's generally what I do. Or, like, hey, let's take a shot. I might do, yeah, but I don't like taking shots all night because that is how you vomit. For sure. I'm really curious how this $2 and some $2.39 bottle of wine is going to be. It's going to be an interesting one, that's for sure. I feel like it's actually kind of low calories compared to this other stuff. Oh, that's actually hilarious. So this bottle of wine right here has a serving size of 5 ounces, which is a typical glass of wine. 5 ounces, typical glass of wine. They know what you're buying this for. All right. They say a serving of wine is 12 ounces on here. They know what's up. That makes perfect sense. I agree. I like sipping on a beer on a hot day. I'm more of a, like I said, if I have a beer, I don't have beers frequently. If I have a bad day at work, I might have a couple beers after work or something like that. But generally, I drink during the show, and then maybe once or twice a week. Radar's the kind of guy that gets off work, has a glass of bourbon while he's cooking, has another glass of bourbon after he's done cooking, then has another glass of bourbon while he's reading his book and relaxing, then another glass of bourbon before bed, or switch the bourbon for beer. But that's a Radar night. Dixie vodka. That I feel like that sounds familiar. James, I think it depends on your mood, really. You know, if I'm in the mood, sometimes I'm in the mood for bourbon or, you know, rum or something along those lines. You know, if I'm on the beach or something like that, I might want a rum and coke. You know what I mean? I might be feeling fancy. If I'm out in the woods with my buddies, I might want to drink a Busch Light. If I'm fishing, you know, same thing. I might want a Busch Light or Yingling Light. When I'm fishing, I tend to go towards light beers. I don't tend to drink like heavier or very sweet beers. I might have a sour or something, but most of the time, like I'm fishing or outdoors, I'm drinking a light beer. But if I was sitting down casually, like I'd be fine with bourbon. Uh, I don't mind champagne. I can't say that I've had enough champagne to really give an honest review. I was at a wedding a few weeks ago and they had a bunch of champagne and I was okay with it. The girl I was sitting next to, my wife's best friend, she was all about it, man. She was going around stealing people's cups, like because everybody only got one cup, and there was a bunch of people who weren't there, so she was going around just smashing all their champagne, and it was like Kirkland, so like Costco branded champagne. It was cool. I just feel like it's so carbonated that it would be hard to drink a lot of it in a short amount of time. I'm not a huge fan of Old Crow. If you go cheap, Old Crow's cheap, but you can go cheap and better than that. Like Benchmark is like between $8.50 and $10 for a fifth. That's the way to go if you're gonna go cheap. Bat Squatch is okay. Whew. But all right, I think I'm going to end it in about 4 minutes. So if you guys have any more questions or anything, go ahead and get it out there. And then, like I said, I'll end the video in an hour and 30 minutes. So about 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So Boone's Farm has a strong place in my heart. So my grandpa, I call him my papaw. It's Kentucky. My papaw, when he was still alive, he would drink. The doctor told him that he needed to drink wine for his heart. All right. So for some reason, he decided to get Boone's Farm, which is not the wine the doctor was talking about. The doctor's talking about, like a dry red wine, 1 glass a day. It's good for your heart. But no, he went out and bought Boone's Farm Snowberry or something Creek, whatever it is, Snowberry Creek. And he went out and bought that. And that's what he would drink. And he was like, during that time, he was like 110 pounds. And he would sit there and he would just smash this whole bottle of wine and get drunk, and then he had everybody drinking this wine. So my dad, my aunts, and my uncles, everybody was going around drinking this shitty wine. Back then, it's honestly kind of expensive for what it is now. So it's like that wine's typically between 5% and 8%, and they charge like $4 or $5 a bottle. Back then, I think it was like 2 for $5. And that's what he would get. But yeah, I mean, it was a good memory. It was a fun memory because that definitely was not what the doctor meant when he told him to drink some red wine for his heart, for sure. Old Forester's cool. Lowenbrow, I don't think I've seen that one in my area. It pretty much is Kool-Aid wine. So Vaughn, a lot of the cheaper wines, and this one's probably no exception. They're like apple based. I'm assuming this one probably is too. Doesn't say, but a lot of the cheap wines that are fruited, they have a lot of sugar in them, and they're apple based because apples are cheaper than grapes, so it kind of makes sense. But yeah, I think we did Boone's Farm on the show a couple times. I feel like we drank it for a live stream. One of our early, I'm talking one of our early live streams, like one of the first couple live streams we ever did on the channel. Sure. I'm surprised Boone's Farm still exists. I know they've like limited their inventory. Like I only ever see like 2 or 3 flavors. They have like a strawberry one and then a few others. But back in the day, they had like 30 flavors. They had all the flavors. Now even like they had this weird green one. And then they had like, I'm talking neon green. They had this weird blue Hawaiian one. This blue is this. I don't know. There's malt duck, but that was sort of a beer. Strawberry Hill, yeah, that's the way to go. All right, guys. Well, it was fun. I hope you guys join us in the stream on Saturday. Even I'm gonna leave this video up, so if you guys have any last minute comments or anything, just post them in the comment section. I'll read them. Anything you want to add to the following stream or anything, any ideas you have, let us know and let us know in those comments down below. I'm Special K, and thanks for watching.